in number base. How do we find unknown letters in number base? Now let me give you an example. Now when you are given something like this, like 124 base n equals to 232 base 5, you say we define n. Notice, if this one is in base 10, you don't write anything base a, you don't need to tamper with this one anymore. Again, if it is in base 10, you don't need to tamper with it anymore, just leave it like that. But if it is in n base rather than base 10, you have to expand it also, the way you are going to expand this one. Are you getting it? Now let's start with it. So you multiply all these numbers with n. So that will be 1 times n squared. N square. N raised to power 1 is n, so 2 times n raised to n. N raised to power 0, that is 1. And 1 times 4, that is 4. 5 raised to power 2, 25. 25 times 2, that is 15. 5 raised to power 1, that is 5. 5 times 3, that is 15. And n raised to power 0, 1. 1 times 2, that is 2. So 50 plus 15, that is 65. 65 plus 2, that is 67. As you can see, it's forming quadratic equations. Just bring this one inside. You got minus. Equals 0. So you can solve the quadratic there. Log 2n. Now plus 4 minus 67 equals minus 63 equals 0. As you guys know how to solve quadratic, you know the first step when you are solving quadratic, you multiply this one by this. This is plus, this is minus. Plus, that is 0 times minus minus. 63 times n squared is 63 n squared. You know, when you are solving quadratic, we are going to look for two numbers. Now when you multiply it, it will give you this. When you add it, it will give you this. What are those two numbers? The two numbers is 9n and minus 7n plus 9n minus 7n. How do I know? Plus times minus minus. 9 times 7 is 63. N times n squared. Plus 7n minus 7n plus 2n. So these are the two numbers. And you now rewrite it. You will neglect this one. You will not write this one. Write the 2. Write this one. So you group these two together, leave the sign here. So what is common here is n. What is common here is 7. As you know, 7n will give us this one. Minus times plus minus 7 times 9 is 63. So you pick this one and this one together. You take one out of these two. So that means what do you do? Pick one. N minus 7 equals 0, or n plus 9 equals 0. That will be n equals 7 or n equals 2. When you bring this one outside, become minus 9. So our answer is n equals 7 and n equals to minus 9. So that is the unknown letters. Let me give another example how to find the unknown letters. And how to find the unknown letters, I told you when this one is in base 10, you don't need to waste your time. You don't need to expand it. As you can see, there is nothing base here, there is no base here, so you don't need to tamper with it. It's only this one you are going to tamper with. So that you use this one to expand the bracket. That means 1 times x log 0 times x plus 1 times x equals 17. 0, 1, 2. So x squared times 1, that is x squared. X raised to power 1, that is x. Are you getting it now? Anything times 0, that is 0. Anything raised to power 0, 1. 1 times 1, 1. That means x squared equals to 0 plus 1. You know 0 plus 1 is what? 1 equals to 17. That means x squared equals to, or let's write times 17 minus 1. X squared equals what? 16. What do we do? Square root of both sides. S equals to 4. Plus or minus 4. Anyway, so our S is 4. I told you don't need to expand this one because there is no base there. So it is already in base 10. Anything that is in base 10, you don't need to expand it anymore. That's example 2. Now they say if 12 base E equals to x base 7, find x when E equals to 12. How to do that? They say the E is 12. That means 12 base 12 equals to x base 7. So just say 1 times 12 plus 2 times 12 equals to x base 7. Don't forget that we are looking for x. So 0, 1. 12 raised to power 1 is 12. 12 times 1, that is 12. N raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 2, that is 2. That will be 14 base 10 already. So when you have 14 base 10 equals to x base 7. What was the meaning of this? The meaning is that you are converting this base 10 to base 7. And anytime you convert from base 10 to any base division, you're going to divide it. That's the meaning. So for you to get the x, how do we do that? This by division. How many 7 can we see? 49 is 2. Remember 0, 0, remember 2. Base 7. That's the final answer for this. So let me give us assignment on finding unknown letters in number base. Unknown letter number base.